Understanding phrasal verbs. Get to grips with separable and inseparable ones. Hello, language learners. Welcome back to our series on learning English. Today, we're diving deeper into phrasal verbs, specifically focusing on separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. You might be wondering, what does it mean for a phrasal verb to be separable or inseparable? Well, you're about to find out. Before we get to separable and inseparable phrasal verbs, let's quickly remind ourselves what a phrasal verb is. A phrasal verb is a verb that's combined with one or two particles, either an adverb or a preposition. This combination creates a new meaning, often completely different from the original verb. For example, give up means to quit, not to give something above. So, now, onto separable phrasal verbs. These are phrasal verbs where the verb and the particle can be separated, often to insert the object of the sentence. For example, turn off is a separable phrasal verb. You can say, turn off the light, or you can separate the verb and the particle and say, turn the light off. In contrast, inseparable phrasal verbs are those where the verb and the particle cannot be separated. The object always follows the particle. For example, look after is an inseparable phrasal verb. We say, look after the dog, not, look the dog after. Remembering which phrasal verbs are separable and which are inseparable can be tricky. A tip is to practice, practice, practice. Use them in sentences, write them down, say them aloud. Familiarize yourself with common phrasal verbs and their patterns. Another tip: phrasal verbs with a pronoun must always be separable. For example, we say, turn it off, not, turn off it. That's all for today's lesson on separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. We hope this video helps clear up any confusion about these types of phrasal verbs. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep trying to use phrasal verbs in your everyday conversations and writing. You've got this. Until next time, happy learning.